What's up, guys? This is Boondocks, and I'm just gonna play a little bit more of Skyforge here, and kind of talk about why I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. So, typically, yeah, I'm gonna adjust the sound in this because it seems a little bit low. Sound. Yeah. Alright, so typically when you play MMOs, you're constantly getting that equipment and using that to track like your progress. What the fuck? Never seen this shit before. What? I just collected something. I wonder if there is crafting in the game. Interesting. But as I was saying, normally you track your progress by the new items that you get and how your character looks in equipment. Oddly enough, the fact that you can level your character up through this Ascension Atlas system, I think it might be too loud now. Again, it's beta, so it's kind of hard to tell if all of their sounds and whatnot are at the proper levels. But because of the way this system is set up, where you're constantly trying to make progress, getting to the end of the game, or getting to the next node, it's not like a typical MMO where you're always just kind of looking for that next level. By that, I mean, as I'm sitting here playing, I'm constantly gaining little bits and pieces at a time. If I go and do a bigger mission, I'll unlock more of the required items, and yeah, it's just generally kind of interesting to me the way that it's set up, because it always feels like I'm progressing towards the end game, even without necessarily the rapid experience gain that you might be used to. So if you hear a little bit of extra clickety-clackety, I recently just bought a new mechanical keyboard because my old, shitty plastic dome one finally bit the dust on me. The W key got worn out, and as any gamer knows, you need that fucking W key. Because if you can think of a single computer game that doesn't really use the W key, I would love to hear about it. As far as I know, none of those exist. Okay, what's this guy doing? So, I don't think I really... Whoa, what's happening there? He had some sort of weird, mind control shit over me. Oh no, I didn't mean to hit him. So the interesting thing about this game is it kind of makes it so that you have to stack abilities. So for instance, if I change into my other weapon, I could then change into this weapon, drop this on the ground. This will then boost the power of my standard shot. As I use my standard shot, I gain stacks, which increase the damage of my stronger ability. So you kind of have to chain things together. That big circle that I put on the ground is actually more beneficial if, say, there's a large group of enemies, because using it on one, you're actually using up a lot of your heat energy to cast it. Additionally, another thing I could do is come and light this motherfucker on fire, because one of my traits that I found, or unlocked rather, makes it so that I do extra damage. As you can see, if I come into here, which is it? Experimental fuel. The burning effect applied by the fire blast and fire sector lasts 3 times longer, and my rapid fire inflicts 50% more damage. So if I light the motherfucker on fire and then shoot him with my rapid fire ability, which is more or less your base ability, you just do more damage. Kind of straightforward. And that makes it last so much longer that this actually becomes a viable system. Wow, that was like a weird stun. Okay, get exploded. I love how they run away from your coup de grace. I just think it's kind of funny. So these are your teleporters. If you've played Guild Wars 2, you might kind of get what I'm getting at. Basically, they let you return out to the main map, or if I pull up this map, I can teleport to any that I've already activated. So it's also a quest to find and unlock all of them. As you can see, this shows the quest areas in the big open world. And yeah, basically what I found so far is that questing is divided into two categories. You have your open world areas like this, where, though there's no one... We did see someone not too long ago. Other players will be running around. Oh, okay, I should have known that shit was coming. I mean, it clearly looked like he was doing something to me. I should have tried to dodge. But other characters will be running around in this area, and you can interact with them, participate with them. It's not like the old World of Warcraft where if they tag an enemy, you're SOL. It's more of everyone just kind of can work together and achieve the same benefits. If you don't know what tagging is, in the original release of World of Warcraft, all the way up through, I think, like Burning Crusade and maybe even Cataclysm, basically, if you attacked an enemy, I think they got rid of it. Don't quote me, because it's been so long since I've played WoW. But if another character attacked an enemy before you, they would gain all the benefits from it, and you'd be shit out of luck, even if you help them kill it. Sometimes you just want to sit there and help them kill the enemy quicker, like if it was a boss creature, so that way it would respawn faster, so that way you'd get your shot. It was a serious, serious pain in the ass.
Great. I heard the explosion all the way from the monastery.
So, yeah, I have to kill a bunch of these guys, and then I gotta go kill more of those deer. These are your more straightforward quests, your open world areas where they're non-instanced, well, relatively non-instanced. It's one giant instance where everybody gets to go in, but it's not exactly the most exciting way of playing the game. I personally think the little mini missions, kind of like the one that I started before, was actually more interesting. And those, after you kill a bunch of weaker enemies, you complete objectives, work up to the boss. They're kind of like dungeons, except nowhere near as difficult. You can solo them, at least you can as of now. Whether or not that changes for the final game's release, I couldn't tell you. Oh my god. That fucking... eat shit. And then shoot him with this thing, and as you can see, it does a whole lot more damage. Normally that would only do like 60 damage, it adds on like an additional 30. Once again, that's through a talent. Alright, so I'm done there. Have more quests over this way, a few over that way. I think I'm going to head towards that one. I'm also trying to get adjusted to my new keyboard. It just feels a little, I don't know, off. Mostly because the keys are higher than what I'm used to. I am more used to the flat keys of my previous keyboard, the little shitty round dome bastards that wound up breaking on me. So, I am kind of pleased that I wound up getting this. Okay, so, because I put down that aura, it changed through. This shot also penetrates, and I'm out of ammo for it. Fuck. But yeah, I'm glad I got a new keyboard. It's definitely enjoyable. Die, fucker. Here, eat shit. Run, motherfucker, run. And pick up a little bit more crap. Alright, after I finish this little quest section, we'll check out the leveling tree. Looks like there's a boss character over yonder. Alright, let's... Okay, I couldn't dodge out of that. That's annoying. Alright, apparently I dragged aggro off from these guys. If you look down in the bottom where it's saying K next to my health bar, that's actually informing me that if I wanted to, I could actually spend my points. As you can see, this isn't doing nearly as much damage as if I were to penetrate first with the base fire of that weapon. Alright, so let's kill this bitch real quick. Let's walk over towards him, light him on fire. So light on fire. You actually have to press and hold in order to do that. Jump away. Wait till my other ability charges all the way up. Alright, then I'll switch over. I'm still getting a lot of lag just from recording, which I'm not really used to. It's kind of annoying. Whoa, what the fuck? Where'd that little prick come from? shit and die. Alright, so he has an overshield, kind of like I do. That's something else I unlocked through talents. Alright, just explode. Thank you. Goodbye, bitch. Hey, what's this? Negotiation logs. Alright, so I took care of that. Just go kill these little bitches real fast. Wow, they actually have a lot of health. So let's, oh, wrong thing. Put down the AoE field. So put down the AoE field, damn it. Alright, you see how it's chaining to the different enemies? That actually causes that little AoE field to run out of power quicker. But overall, it's kind of worthwhile, assuming you have a bunch of enemies. The reason I was having issues putting it down, again, new keyboard, I was misclicking. Just not quite used to it yet. Okay, this guy needs to die. I'm running low on health. Fortunately, those little yellow orbs on the ground, right here, those are actually health orbs. It's kind of promoting that whole action RPG element a little bit more. So, kind of interesting. Alright, let's see what we got in the bag here. So, new rings, cartridges. They're probably not as good as what I have. Yeah, my cartridges is 71. And my lowest ring is now 60. No, 54. So I can actually disassemble these. Right here. And right here. And this is another interesting, in my opinion, interesting tidbit of leveling up. So now that I've disenchanted all those, I can come back to my equipment and increase my ranking with individual slots. So, for instance, right now I want to still work on trying to raise my attack damage by increasing my might. Currently, I'm working on weapon rank 2. So I just spend a little bit of credits and use some of my enchantment stones to unlock a little bit more progress towards my next rank. Alright, so let's check out our Ascension Atlas. Alright, so let's see here. This costs 125 freaking I think that's Sparks of Destruction. But fortunately, if you notice that little star symbol down at the bottom next to my other sparks right here, this is Spark of Progress. You can use this for anything. Additionally, you have the Sparks of Destruction. Wait, what does that say about trophies? By collecting trophies from enemies when you play as a gunner. Okay, so these I can only use for my gunner class, whereas these other ones I can use from anybody. So, if I wanted to, I can come in right here, spend 97 of my Marks of Progress, and only 26, right? That is a 6, or is that an 8? 28 of my Sparks of Destruction. And I was able to unlock this node to give myself another 10 might, increasing my damage a little bit more. Now I have the talent Auto Aim. So full auto can now be used from a distance of up to 40 yards. The damage from this ability is increased by 75% for the first 8 seconds of the fight, and when used against slowed down, immobilized, or stunned enemies. So full auto. One of my main abilities I can now use to get a little bit more strength out of it. And that'll cost me 25 more Marks of Progress. As you can see, unlocking a talent requires the pure progress marks for my class and not one of my side marks. Or sparks. I don't know why I keep calling them marks. I apologize.
Meet me in the Divine Observatory when you have a minute.
Alright, so
Good news.
basically I just hit another level breakpoint, so the game's going to allow me to advance along a little bit more. So let's check out this one. It costs 125 of my Sparks of Balance, which I obviously don't have. But if we come back over here now and Auto Aim. So full auto can now be cast from a distance of up to 40 yards. Right here's my full auto, and it increases my damage for the first 75% of the fight. I personally think that's probably a good call, because this one, if the gunner does not take damage for 6 seconds, they gain an armor plate that absorbs damage. Yeah, that's pretty good, but as anyone might be able to tell you, when you're playing these, how do I remove this? Well, that's annoying. Whoa! Oh, you gotta reset that shit? That's annoying. You have to pay to reset it. Not that big a deal. Whoa, what the fuck is that? Where the hell did that come from? Interesting. Heat energy is accumulated 100% faster. And plasma rifle inflicts 100% more damage and consumes 100% more heat energy. Okay, so that's actually really important for boss fights and that type of thing when you need to lay down a high amount of damage in a constant stream. So I'm going to equip my auto fire, my residual charge, because that actually gives me more damage. What's this? Temporal duplicate. So my teleport ability. When teleporting using the beacon, the gunner teleport back by using the ability again. Next 5 seconds, movement speed is increased and damage is reduced. I'm actually going to keep this experimental fuel because it synergizes pretty well with my full auto rapid fire setup for killing big groups of enemies. So, yeah, let's save these talents real quick. And we'll just kind of push on. Oh, I should have collected my items as well. I did get another ring. Ooh. It's pretty good. So I'll hop back in over here. 60, 74. I think it's this one. Right now, even though this might decrease my strength and therefore my might a little bit, let's check out my base damage over here on the right. Pop it on. Yeah, it did go down. How much, though? It's borderline considerable. Yeah, let's hold off on that. I'm going to keep that up for now until I need to spend to boost up to 2,000. Wow, I got to get a lot more prestige in order to open this again. But since I just opened that little sucker, I got a bunch more items. Was it different sparks and everything? Yes, it was. So now I can actually advance even more. You hit prestige breakpoints, gives you sparks. You can then spend the sparks to advance even more. I'm not sure what proficiency is. Check that stat out in a second. And a little bit more might. Let's see over here. It's kind of always feeding into itself as well, because you spend the might to then be able to advance further on, or you spend your sparks to advance further on the tree, which gives you more prestige. Get more prestige to get more sparks. It's kind of a nice little cycle to it, and I really enjoy it. For some reason, even though this game is still in beta and it's not as team oriented as some games that I typically like in this genre, I feel kind of how should I put it? I just feel propelled to constantly keep just getting that little bit, because I know that with just a little bit more of this green stuff I can level up again, and then some more, and then I can spend the blue, get a little bit more of my sparks of destruction to get more strength. And it's this constant slow leveling, but leveling in a way that is wholly enjoyable. Okay, why can't I? Oh, because it switched over to my other weapon. Alright, so that's a cryomancer. That looks pretty cool, don't it? Alright, what's going on over here? Just pull up the map real quick. Alright. So I'm probably going to end this recording relatively soon. Just kind of wanted to show off what I think was actually really fun about the leveling system. And that I'm really enjoying this so far. And I hope the little downsides that do exist get worked out for the full release, because if they are, this game could do pretty damn well in my opinion. So let's just kill this guy a little bit quicker here. Yeah, right like that. One thing that I think they need to work on, now that I think about it and hear it a little bit more, sound design. A little bit weak in my opinion. Anyways, guys, till next time, good luck, have fun, peace.